Hi there. It's it's Thursday afternoon, uh, the 14th of November. It is journal number 226, T+226, and I have no idea what I'm going to say. So bear with me. I'm distracted. I'm angry. I'm confused, and maybe there's just too much going on for me to process all of that intelligently, and the result is going to be some kind of really bizarre rambling diatribe that doesn't make any sense to anyone. But I woke up this morning, as many people did in Southern California, um, to the news of yet another school shooting, and I don't understand it. I mean, I've got a lot of other things on my mind, and I have a big day at City of Hope tomorrow. I have a procedure at 8 o'clock in the morning, which means that we'll have to be up at 5:30 so we can get out there in time to ensure that we can be where we're supposed to be, in spite of an accident or in spite of despite the traffic. Um, but having the procedure, seeing the doctor, going for lab work, trying to push all of that out of my mind doesn't even compare to what the parents of the kids who go to Saugus High School are going to have to deal with um, this afternoon, this evening, tonight, and from this moment forward. And um, the thought of that is nightmarish. And I guess one of the reasons that I'm angry is because I really feel I have this deep, abiding feeling that it is inexcusable. There's no reason for it. It makes no sense. We're the only industrialized country on the planet where these things occur with such horrendous regularity, where many lives are shattered so easily, and it makes no sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense to me, and I am a gun owner. But I'd like to think I'm a responsible gun owner. I'd like to think I'm a reasonable gun owner. I'd like to think I'm the kind of citizen that recognizes and appreciates the rights of others. And I'm having real trouble with the argument against more comprehensive regulation of gun ownership, because we're not the only country in the world that has troubled people. We're not the only country in the world where there are mental health issues. Um, we are the only country where owning a gun or acquiring a gun or a rifle or an assault rifle is as easy as it is. And that makes no sense to me. I got to take a test to drive a car. Um, I've got to have background checks that are done on me all the time if I want to get on an airplane. Um, Seems absurd to me that there are people who can't get on an airplane but who can go to a gun store and buy a gun. That's just not rational. Um, it doesn't make any sense to me that I can't go into a gun store and buy a gun because I have some kind of problem that won't allow me to qualify, and yet I can go to a gun show and walk out in the parking lot and go home with an assault rifle. I mean, if you can help me understand that, please get in touch with me. I'm the easiest guy on the planet to reach, and help me get it, because I don't think I ever will. I have four grandchildren, a 6-year-old, two 4-year-olds, and a newborn, and I'm terrified. I mean, how do you rationalize? How do you wrap your head around 13, 14, 15, younger. I mean, at children whose biggest decision in the morning when they wake up should be what to wear to school, who can't wait to get out of the car to meet their friends and hang out. Parents kissing their kids goodbye in the morning and then never seeing them again. How do you wrap your head around that? How do you rationalize it? How do you do nothing? How do you do nothing so that it'll happen again and again and again? We just went through the 1-year anniversary of the Borderline shooting, which is in the next town over from Sierra and Simi Valley. It's in Thousand Oaks. You know, we drive past Borderline all the time. It's right off the 101 freeway. How do you justify that? How do you make an argument that it's okay for that to happen? You're going to tell me it's okay. It's not okay for that to happen, that you agree with me wholeheartedly. It's not okay for that to happen. However, you still have the right to own an assault rifle. Perhaps the answer is responsibility. Maybe the answer is accountability. You know, you're going to tell me that it's not fair for me to be responsible if I have a troubled child, because I can't necessarily control what that child is going to do. My father, may he rest in peace, did a pretty good job of controlling what I did. He did a pretty fair job of controlling what all 3 of his sons did. So I'm not sure that I buy into that rationale. I'm just trying to wrap my head around about what's happened to us. When did this become okay? When did it become acceptable? When did we stop believing that we could do anything about it? Why is our government so inept? The majority of people in this country have demonstrated that they are for responsible gun legislation, right? Poll after poll after poll, the majority of people believe that we need to do something. Why hasn't the Senate done anything? Why hasn't the Senate done anything? The House has sent legislation to the Senate. It hasn't been voted on. Why not? Why not just have the debate? The hell with the decision. Let's have the debate. Let's see where people stand on it. Take a vote. Explain to me why it's okay. Why you're not going to do anything to stop somebody from buying a NATO round assault rifle in the parking lot of a gun show, where all it takes to walk home with that assault rifle is cash, where you don't have to fill out any paperwork, where you don't have to do anything. How do you justify that? And today's shooting, according to what we've learned on the news so far, a 15-year-old kid whose birthday was today, turning 16 today, went to school with a .45 caliber ACP, automatic Colt pistol. It's not the most deadly firearm you can have, but God damn it, it's certainly deadly enough. It was deadly enough for 2 children. It wounded 4 others. And you know what? It wouldn't have been okay. I mean, this troubled child, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. This troubled child ultimately went ahead and put the gun to his own head and is in grave condition in the hospital right now. What was he doing with it? How did he get it? And if you're that troubled, why didn't you just if you're that troubled, take your I don't want this to sound the way it's going to sound, but take your own life first. Don't ruin so many other lives in the process if you're miserable. But how did he wind up with the gun? How did he get it? Was it in the house? If it was in the house, why was it in the house? If it was in the house, why wasn't it locked up? I mean, be responsible. I just don't think that we should let this go any further. I don't think we should let it go any longer. I think we should do something. I don't think we should have a knee-jerk reaction. I don't think we should overreact. But I certainly think we're long overdue for having a discussion about what's necessary here. Write to your senator. Write to your senator. Say you're tired of this bullshit. Tell them you just can't deal with it anymore. You don't want to wake up to another school shooting. You don't want to see another parent have to understand, wrap their head around why their child is never going to come home again. It's just not right. It's just not right. Sorry for the tirade. I apologize. No, I don't. I don't apologize. I'm sorry for the tirade, but let's do something about it. Huh? Let's channel that anger into a positive direction. Okay. Till tomorrow.